Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's game day for the Indiana Fever as they head into a matchup against the Las Vegas Aces. And it's looking like Stephanie White is getting exactly what she wanted, the Kelsey Mitchell show. You know the drill, Kelsey Mitchell dribbling relentlessly, hoisting shot after shot, running things the Stephanie White way with no Caitlin Clark in the mix. Damn, here we fucking go again. We're still going to have some fun tonight, even without Caitlin Clark on the floor. Fair warning, this might turn into a hate watch for me because I'm rooting for the Aces in this one. Hey, don't come at me for that. Don't give me that look. I'll just say it plainly. I'm not a fan of Stephanie White, and I haven't liked how the Indiana Fever organization has handled and treated Caitlin Clark. That shit has been frustrating as hell. So with her sidelined, I think the Aces take care of business tonight. This one's going to be interesting. The Indiana Fever are traveling to Las Vegas to face the Aces, and I'm honestly not sure yet whether A'ja Wilson will be available for this game. Honestly, I don't think it changes much either way. The Las Vegas Aces roster is loaded. Kennedy Carter coming off the bench, Jewell Loyd knocking down threes, Chelsea Gray running the show, and Jackie Young finally hitting her stride this season. I think collectively they have more than enough talent to handle the Fever regardless of Wilson's status. That's just the damn reality. That said, I do expect Indiana to come out scrappy. Stephanie White has shown she thrives in these underdog spots. A lot is going to hinge on whether Kelsey Mitchell has it going offensively. I'm also curious to see how Aaliyah Boston matches up against NaLyssa Smith in the front court. Remember, NaLyssa Smith torched the Fever last year's playoffs, so I expect her to bring that same intensity. If A'ja Wilson does end up playing, this game is essentially over before it starts. Indiana's only real path to competing is if Wilson sits this one out. Otherwise, it's going to be one hell of a fucking uphill battle. Either way, I'm taking the Las Vegas Aces to win this game. Comfortably. I think Stephanie White gets out-coached tonight. The Aces simply have the superior coaching staff and the deeper roster. It is what it is. Just look at NaLyssa Smith's last outing. 29 points and 8 rebounds. That's what she does when A'ja Wilson isn't drawing the defensive attention. And it doesn't stop there. Jackie Young is putting up 16 and 7 a night. Kennedy Carter is contributing around 14 off the bench. Chelsea Gray is chipping in 13 and 7 as a reserve. Add in Jewell Loyd starting alongside them, and Las Vegas simply has more than enough firepower to put this Fever team away. That's a damn problem for Indiana. For Indiana, the real challenge is going to be defense, plain and simple, because their offensive engine is missing. Caitlin Clark isn't replaceable. She generates more total points per game than any other player in this league, and without her, that entire offensive identity disappears. That's the fucking truth. So Indiana's only real strategy tonight is the classic Stephanie White formula. Slow the pace down, make the game ugly, keep it unappealing to watch, turn it into a possession-by-possession grind, and hope Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston can bail them out in those late clock situations. Whether you like it or not, that's the damn blueprint. That's really the biggest key for Indiana tonight. Can they lock in defensively and control tempo? If they manage that, they've got a puncher's chance. The second key is Kelsey Mitchell. She has to have a big night against a deep Aces roster. This isn't the night for a rough 6 for 20 or 8 for 21 shooting performance. Indiana needs an efficient, high-volume scoring game from Kelsey Mitchell if they want any shot at pulling this off. And Aaliyah Boston has to show up in a major way too. Both of Indiana's All-Stars need to actually play like All-Stars tonight, because Vegas has answers everywhere. If Chelsea Gray isn't clicking, Kennedy Carter can check in off the bench and drop 25 or 30. If Jackie Young struggles, Jewell Loyd can heat up and get 20 on her own. Vegas has multiple players who can single-handedly take over a game. NaLyssa Smith just dropped 29 and 8. Like I mentioned, this roster is deep with scoring threats up and down the lineup. Indiana just doesn't have that same depth on the offensive end right now. They simply don't. That's just the damn truth. Outside of Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, unless Sophie Cunningham catches fire from 3, which I doubt Vegas allows to happen, Indiana just doesn't have the offensive firepower to beat this Aces team without Caitlin Clark, unless Mitchell goes off and Boston steps up in a huge way. somebody off the bench is also going to have to step up big. Whether that's Sophie Cunningham or Misha Hines-Allen, somebody has to have a standout night for Indiana to have any real chance of pulling off the upset. That's going to be fucking crucial. Now, switching gears, I want to touch on something Sophie Cunningham brought up in a recent media session. Honestly, I thought she made a lot of valid points, especially regarding everyone acting like a victim and treating every situation like the world's ending. Her message was simple: play basketball, stay off social media, and just focus. Honestly, that's some common sense shit.
Does the league provide for you guys as players to kind of help you try to filter through some of the hate and negative things that come through on social media?
I think that honestly, I don't know what our league does to help with that. If they really do anything, you can put out statements as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you're in an entertainment business. That's when mental toughness comes in. If you're going to live by praise, you're going to die by the hate. And so I think that's on the individual person to have mental toughness. Some people can deal with it, some people can't. And I think you can see the ones who can. And unfortunately, there are some who can't. And it's not beneficial to them. But you can't control what other people say or what other people do. All you can do is control yourself, how you treat people. Speak up, and support people who, maybe don't have a voice or don't have the courage to do that. But it's one of those things. You're in the entertainment business and you have to expect it.
How do you try to filter through some of that stuff, or you just avoid it?
I don't know if you guys don't know, but I don't care. I don't care. And I think that's with the good stuff, like the meme, I think that's funny and it's cool, but is that my whole identity and that's what I'm thriving on? No, it's not. I think it's funny. But yeah, I just don't care. I think people are funny, people are dumb, and they let them do them. I'm just going to stay in my life.
If you're gonna live by the praise, you're gonna die by the hate. That's just how it works. And Sophie gets it. Sophie Cunningham basically just roasted players who can't handle the fucking mental toughness this league demands. Alyssa Thomas? I mean, come on, damn. At the end of the day, you're in an entertainment business. That's exactly where mental toughness comes into play. You can't have it both ways. You can't soak up all the praise and attention when things are going your way and then completely fall apart the second people start criticizing you or coming after you. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. That's straight up bullshit thinking. Cook, Sophie. Honestly, that's the mentality you need. Block out the haters, block out the negativity, and just keep it moving. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it live in your head. Just move forward and let your game do the talking. And that's exactly what I think is so great about what she said. Damn, that's the attitude. What's it like watching yourself turn into this voice in the league? Someone players and fans are actually paying attention to. I think Sophie laid it out about as perfectly as you possibly could. She really did lay it out perfectly there, man. I genuinely think she nailed it. In a league where so many people want to play the victim card the second something doesn't go their way, Sophie came out and said what a lot of people have been thinking but were too afraid to say out loud. Mental toughness isn't optional in this business. It's a fucking requirement. You signed up for the spotlight, and the spotlight comes with scrutiny. That's the trade-off. You don't get to enjoy the good without learning how to handle the bad. It's that damn simple. So yeah, I've got to give her credit. She said what needed to be said, and she said it without sugarcoating anything. That's rare these days, and honestly, it's refreshing as hell to hear. No bullshit, just the truth. Anyway, that's my take on it. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think about what Sophie Cunningham had to say. Do you agree with her? Do you think she was right to call it out like that? Let me know. And as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel with somebody who needs to see this.